Have you ever wondered how much money you could really make with a trade job? Forget the usual suspects like plumbers or electricians. What if I told you there are hidden trade jobs out there earning people hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars a year? And here's the kicker. Many of these don't require a college degree or years of expensive schooling. Intrigued yet? You should be, because today, we're diving into the world of 6 hidden trade careers that are secretly raking in massive profits. And the best part? You can learn exactly how to get started in these industries and scale your way to financial freedom. Looking at one of the most stable career paths within trades, because as cities expand, elevators become absolutely essential. Think about it. Every high-rise apartment, every office building, and every shopping mall requires regular elevator maintenance and repairs. And if you decide to specialize in installing new systems, you'll see an even higher payday. Installation jobs typically run in the $150,000 to $300,000 range, depending on the complexity of the system. Now let's break down the numbers if you're an owner-operator in this business. A single maintenance contract on a mid-sized building can generate about $10,000 annually. If you secure contracts with 10 buildings, you're pulling in $100,000 before considering installations or emergency call-outs. Add those, and you're looking at annual revenue of $200,000 to $400,000. Expenses, low compared to other trades. You'll spend roughly $20,000 on insurance, $10,000 to $15,000 a year on tools, and another $10,000 on vehicle costs. That leaves you with well over $150,000 in take-home profit if you're handling jobs solo. Scaling is where this gets exciting. Hire 1 or 2 additional techs, and you could be generating upwards of $500,000 annually in revenue. Now, what's the downside? First, safety regulations in this industry are intense, and rightly so. You'll need to pass certifications, and you'll be working in tight, high-risk spaces. The other drawback? You'll often be on call for emergency repairs, which can mean late nights and weekends. But hey, those emergency calls often pay triple your regular rate, so the grind has its perks. Speaking of perks, this trade has job security written all over it. As cities grow upward, not outward, the demand for elevator techs will only increase. Additionally, governments have strict inspection requirements, meaning recurring revenue is practically baked into this business model. Overall, a fantastic trade for someone who loves precision, mechanics, and high earnings. On to the next hidden gem, court reporters. Yep, you heard that right. Most people don't even think of this as a trade, but it is. It's a skill-intensive job where you transcribe court proceedings, depositions, and other legal or governmental hearings in real time using a stenotype machine. At first glance, it doesn't sound glamorous, but here's where it gets interesting. Experienced court reporters can earn between $80,000 and $120,000 annually. Let's talk numbers. A single day of transcribing can earn you $400 to $700, depending on the complexity and turnaround time. Many court reporters work part-time or freelance, and the flexibility allows you to stack jobs. If you were to work 5 days a week, your earnings could easily hit $100,000 annually. Now, for those who specialize in high-demand fields like medical or technical depositions, rates can skyrocket to $1,000 per day or more. What about startup costs? A professional stenotype machine and training program will run you about $5,000 to $7,000. This is on the higher side for equipment, but once you've got it, your operating costs are next to nothing. Factor in the occasional software update or servicing, and you're keeping over 90% of your revenue as profit. The downsides? It takes time to master stenography. You'll need to complete a certification program, which can last 6 months to 2 years, depending on the intensity. And it's a high-pressure job. Legal teams and judges rely on your accuracy, so mistakes are not an option. But once you've mastered it, the earning potential and job stability are phenomenal. This field is also adapting to modern tech. Some court reporters are now using voice-to-text software to speed up transcription and take on more clients. If you're tech-savvy, there's an opportunity to be at the cutting edge of this niche and command even higher rates. It's also a portable career. Whether you're in New York City or a small Midwest town, there's always a need for court reporters. Next up, solar panel technicians. This is where we're merging environmental consciousness with earning potential. Solar energy is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, and solar panel technicians are in high demand. These tradespeople are responsible for installing, maintaining, and repairing solar energy systems. How much can you make? Entry-level techs earn $50,000 to $70,000 annually, but experienced technicians or owner-operators can easily pull in $150,000 or more. Installation jobs typically range from $10,000 to $30,000 per system, and maintenance contracts add recurring revenue to your portfolio. What's really exciting about this field is the low barrier to entry. You don't need a college degree, just certification, which can often be completed in a few months. If you're entrepreneurial, you could start your own solar installation company with an initial investment of around $20,000 for tools, a vehicle, and marketing. Your profit margins will be excellent because most of the revenue from installation jobs is labor. However, the industry isn't without its challenges. For one, you're competing against larger established companies in many areas. But with the right marketing strategy, focusing on eco-conscious homeowners or small businesses, you can carve out a profitable niche. Also, this is an industry that requires constant learning as technology evolves. Staying on top of advancements in solar tech is crucial if you want to remain competitive. The best part? Solar energy isn't going anywhere. Governments worldwide are incentivizing solar adoption, which means demand for technicians will continue to rise. If you're looking for a future-proof trade with strong earnings and the potential to scale, this is one to seriously consider. Let's pivot to another under-the-radar trade: pool maintenance specialists. Yes, we're talking about those folks who keep pools clean, balanced, and functioning. But don't underestimate this trade. Especially in warmer regions where pools are everywhere, a skilled pool tech can earn $50,000 to $80,000 annually working for a company. As an owner-operator, however, the sky's the limit. Why? Because pool maintenance is recurring. Homeowners need service every week or bi-weekly, which means guaranteed steady income. Let's say you charge $150 per service and have 50 clients. That's $7,500 per month, or $90,000 annually, before you even add on extra services like filter replacements or equipment upgrades. Now let's dive into another lucrative yet overlooked trade: crane operators. These specialists are responsible for operating heavy lifting equipment on construction sites, moving massive loads with precision. While it might sound like a niche skill, crane operators are essential for infrastructure projects, and the pay reflects that. How much can you earn? Entry-level crane operators make around $60,000 to $80,000 annually. But with experience and certifications, wages can soar to $120,000 or more. Freelancers or owner-operators who own their own cranes can earn $200,000 or higher annually, as they can charge per project and even rent out their equipment when it's not in use. Of course, owning a crane isn't cheap. A new mobile crane can cost anywhere from $300,000 to $1.5 million. But many operators start by leasing equipment. Leasing reduces upfront costs significantly and allows you to get into the business for around $50,000, including training and insurance. From there, it's all about securing contracts with construction companies, infrastructure firms, and even event organizers who need cranes for special projects. What are the challenges? This job isn't for the faint of heart. You're often working in high-stress environments where precision is critical. One wrong move could cost millions in damages, or worse, cause serious injuries. Additionally, you'll need to stay certified and adhere to strict safety regulations, which can be time-consuming, but are absolutely necessary. However, the rewards far outweigh the risks for those who love operating heavy machinery and thrive under pressure. Crane operators also have incredible job security, as infrastructure projects are ongoing worldwide. Governments are pouring billions into rebuilding roads, bridges, and buildings, creating a constant demand for skilled operators. Wind turbine technicians. Renewable energy is booming, and wind power is a massive part of that growth. Wind turbine techs are responsible for installing, maintaining, and repairing these towering structures, and the pay is nothing to scoff at. Starting salaries for wind turbine techs range from $50,000 to $70,000 annually. But experienced technicians can earn upwards of $100,000, especially if they're willing to travel to remote wind farms or work on offshore turbines. What's fascinating is how specialized this trade is. There aren't enough trained professionals in this field, making it a high-demand, high-pay opportunity. What about the owner-operator model? If you're entrepreneurial, you could start your own maintenance business, servicing multiple wind farms. Contracts with energy companies can generate 6 or even 7 figures annually, depending on the size and number of turbines you service. The key is building relationships with these companies and positioning yourself as a reliable, skilled provider. Startup costs are moderate. You'll need safety gear, climbing equipment, and transportation, which will set you back around $10,000 to $15,000. The biggest expense is training, which is intensive but relatively quick. You can complete most wind tech programs in under a year. Once certified, your only ongoing costs are fuel, insurance, and occasional gear replacements, leaving plenty of room for profit. Of course, this job isn't without its challenges. Working on turbines means climbing hundreds of feet in the air, often in windy or harsh weather conditions. It's physically demanding and not for everyone. But if you're up for the adventure, the earning potential and job security are outstanding. Plus, you'll be contributing to a greener future, which is a nice bonus. Wind turbine technicians. Renewable energy is booming, and wind power is a massive part of that growth. Wind turbine techs are responsible for installing, maintaining, and repairing these towering structures, and the pay is nothing to scoff at. Starting salaries for wind turbine techs range from $50,000 to $70,000 annually. But experienced technicians can earn upwards of $100,000, especially if they're willing to travel to remote wind farms or work on offshore turbines. What's fascinating is how specialized this trade is. There aren't enough trained professionals in this field, making it a high-demand, high-pay opportunity. What about the owner-operator model? If you're entrepreneurial, you could start your own maintenance business, servicing multiple wind farms. Contracts with energy companies can generate 6 or even 7 figures annually, depending on the size and number of turbines you service. The key is building relationships with these companies and positioning yourself as a reliable, skilled provider. Startup costs are moderate. You'll need safety gear, climbing equipment, and transportation, which will set you back around $10,000 to $15,000. The biggest expense is training, which is intensive but relatively quick. You can complete most wind tech programs in under a year. Once certified, your only ongoing costs are fuel, insurance, and occasional gear replacements, leaving plenty of room for profit. Of course, this job isn't without its challenges. Working on turbines means climbing hundreds of feet in the air, often in windy or harsh weather conditions. It's physically demanding and not for everyone. But if you're up for the adventure, the earning potential and job security are outstanding. Plus, you'll be contributing to a greener future, which is a nice bonus. Thank you for joining me on this adventure today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more business tips and entrepreneurial insights. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep hustling, and keep building the life you've always imagined. See you soon.